throw this in the garbage, man. You my bad.
If you happen to be in, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my product, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Then you wanna shoot with red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you say she wants you to hang it, be yo-yo. I'm only doing cash, I don't need promo. I run up to the high rise under the 4-4. Inside Coco. If I got a feeling that even inside my heart, I keep a bed to the bottom of the song. You see my hands, even when I'm in the dark.
I'ma take a bougie ass scroll down and then let her pick up whatever she want. CC Gucci gon' take her whatever she want. She piss me outside, she still get whatever she want. Talking about it, never finna let her hit it in the shot, man, tell me what she want. Like I'm saying, never man, tell me what she want.
You told me you're with on purpose. You're doing whatever the purpose.
I bet you can't. I bet you can't. I can't. Okay, here we go, y'all. First of all, let's give a big hand to yourself. Everybody shake your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands for yourself. Come on, clap it up. Give me some energy. Come on. Now clap it up for your DJ, King David. Now give me a big clap. Okay, enough about me. So listen, welcome to Wali World Friday Night Comedy Show. This is not just an open mic, because again, these are professional comics working on their craft. So let's show them a lot of respect. Respect yourself, have a good time. But comics, don't be sensitive, because this is what you got to work through, right? Now listen, there's a few things I want to share with you. First of all, don't steal shit, because there's cameras watching. Second of all, come have a good time. Remember this, the drinks are absolutely free. You just have to give a donation. I just want to be clear about that, right? Okay. Leah, right? Okay. Yes. And second of all, you're going to have a good time, so please sit back and enjoy yourself. Now I'm going to bring your hostess up, because she's all that. Miss Leah Marie, come on.
Hello, Hollywood! Let me hear it for the DJ King David. Let me hear it for you guys out here supporting comedy on a Friday night. Hi guys, hi, I'm Leah Marie. Nice to meet you. On the count of three, please tell me your name, okay? 1, 2, 3. I heard each and every one of you were best friends. I appreciate that. Hi guys. Have you guys been having a good January so far? Yeah? Did you guys have a good January 6th? To celebrate? I missed the original January 6th, the one that happened, just because it was really nice to know that my whole family was together for once. You know that? It's pretty cool, pretty cool. My goal this year is to not be white trash. It's a pretty good goal, thank you. We'll see if she can do it. We'll see. I have to try really hard to not be white trash because my family is white trash. So that demon lives right here, okay? It colors every decision. But I don't like to call my family white trash because it's kind of mean. So I've been referring to them as white recycling. It's a little more well-intentioned. But we do live in Georgia, so it all still ends up in the landfill, okay? They're still trash, still trash. Just in a blue bin. Who's single in here? Okay, we had some hesitant woos. Are there people who don't think that you're single? That could be part of that. Okay. I'm single. I'm one of those people who loves being single. I'm like, uh-oh, you mean I get to do whatever I want all the time? Kill me, you know? Oh, put me out to pasture. I get to do whatever I want. It's terrible. I don't know. I think I really like being single because I used to be married. Do we have any divorcees? Okay, a more excited answer. I've been going, if you like it, then take the ring off it. That's how I've been singing the song. It's better for me. I think I like being single because I had like a whole trad wife thing going on for many years. I was just cleaning the house and taking care of everything. And now I'm a tried wife. A tried and failed wife. And that's better for me, you know. Together, me and my ex-husband, we have 3 beautiful credit cards. Off to collections any day. Yeah, so proud of them. Can't wait for those loans to mature. It's no fun. I really like dating. Like, I like dating, but it's really just because I love flirting. Who loves flirting? Okay, yeah. Flirting is what life is all about, okay? It is so much fun. I was flirting with a guy the other day, and he said that he would change for me. And then I realized that he said he wanted change from me. That's a different thing. I've got to stop flirting with guys at the gas station, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think flirting actually is kind of my favorite sport. You know, I do it for fun. I love to watch people flirt. Flirting is a lot like football, in that I'm trying to draft kings, you know? I'm trying to get parlayed. I've lost $10,000 so far. I don't know how that's happened. It's tough out there. I do think that flirting is actually a lot like football. Like, for example, let's say you're flirting with a guy and you find out that he's married. That is a flag on the play, right? I gotta consult the refs, AKA, I'm calling your wife. We're gonna review the footage, okay? You gotta behave. If you're flirting with a guy and you find out he's gay, that's an incomplete pass. Okay, that's incomplete pass. Gotta run it all again, you know? Maybe you made a friend. That's pretty cool. But if you're flirting with a guy and he's like all about it and he's available, I'm calling that a first down, okay? In that I am gonna be the first to go down on you, okay? Let's have some fun. I want you to touch down there, you know? I love flirting. I love going out. Do you guys like to go out dancing? Yeah? Okay, let me ask this first. How many millennials are in here? This looks like wow, we are a dead generation. There's nothing behind our eyes anymore. I've been having a lot of millennial thoughts recently. Like, here's one. You guys are aware of what incels are, right? Yeah, the guys who are online, they can't get laid, they make it everybody's problem, they destroy the world because of it. I was thinking about it. I think that the incel movement started in 2007 with the release of the song Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston. Because I was on the way to school and he was like, I've got to kill myself, these women are too beautiful. That's a little much for the morning, okay? I don't know. I've been having a lot of millennial thoughts. Like, I was thinking about just growing up dancing as a millennial. If you're a millennial, do you guys remember this advent of teen clubs? Do you guys remember those? Vaguely? Okay, if you don't know what they were essentially like daycare centers where teenagers would get dropped off to go grind on each other for hours. Truly a bizarre time to be alive. Dancing as a millennial was kind of crazy because there were really only 2 rules. If you were a girl, you were supposed to bend over and throw your ass, right? And then if you were a guy, you were just supposed to stand there. That's all you had to do. So it kind of looked like this. It was like, I'm 14, you know? Also, that's what my high school boyfriend looked like. Exact same build, okay? Like I'm small and scrawny. I don't know. I love dancing, you know? I'll go and do it anywhere. I went on a cruise last year, and it was one of those like northeastern cruises. So the whole boat was just filled with the elderly, okay? I was one of the youngest people on board, but it does not matter how many old people are on board. I am going to the club, okay? So there I was dancing, I was having fun, I was drinking, and I found myself in a unique position. I was dancing with men of a certain age, okay? Men in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, on up. That's fine, I'm not discriminating, you know? And it was different because if you're dancing with guys your own age, they're just trying to like get freaky, you know, they're feeling all over you, they're having fun. But if you're dancing with men of a certain age, their only goal is just to twirl a beautiful woman, it seems. So there I am spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and I'm like, who invented this? Who invented spinning a woman, okay? I think that the goal is just to get you dizzy enough so you fall into their bed. Like, I don't know what the goal is. But you would think it'd be like a romantic thing to be spun about, you know? But I am a tall woman, okay? I am 5'8", and I wear heels all the time. So it didn't really feel like romantic and princessy. It kind of just felt like an unwilling game of limbo, you know? It was kind of like, whoa, oh, how low can my standards go? You know, that's how it goes. It's not fun. I run into a lot of problems dating because I date men primarily. Yeah, she gets it. You know, I love y'all, but god damn, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. The main problem I run into is this, and fellas in here, maybe you can help me with this. Men have a hard time using protection, condoms. How do y'all feel about condoms, guys? Okay, we got a thumbs up back here. Someone sleep with that man. Okay, we got some thumbs downs. Congratulations to this one man for following the only standard we hold any man to. I appreciate that. It's been very hard to convince men to use condoms in my experience, okay? And I don't know why, because I am not being selfish. I'm not being selfish, right? I don't want you to have to pay me the, like, $11 you can afford in child support every month, okay? Like, you couldn't afford dinner. What are we talking about? That's insane. That's insane. Let's wrap it up like your leftovers that you're gonna eat for the next 5 days, okay? Like, that's crazy. I do think I figured out a way to convince men to use condoms, okay? I think that we should make condoms sports themed. That way your little penis can wear a little jersey. It's game time, you know? That's pretty fun. Suit up, we're wearing our home jerseys. Y'all would love that, okay? There's so much you could do with this idea. Like 69ers, Seacocks, Cincinnati Bangs Gals. There's lots and lots of puns, okay? It is an expensive idea though, okay, it is. I mean, the NFL takes licensing. In my example, NFL stands for No Fatherhood League, okay? That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be expensive, so if you have money, please come see me. I am not looking for a sugar daddy. I'm looking for a patron of the arts, okay? It's all above board. It's all above board. Another problem that I run into dating men, and I will get onto the show. We're gonna have a really good show tonight, but I need to run this by you, okay? I can't look at y'all. Women who date men, how many of them are always trying to go in the back door? Oh, nobody's gonna admit it, just me. Okay, that's cool. What a fun thing to find out. Always on a road trip too? Come on, not the time or the place. Every straight guy I've ever dated has tried to do that, and I don't know why, okay? God gave you perfectly good box seating right up front. Okay, like let's... You want nosebleeds? That's insane. I was raised really, really religious, and so I don't know if you know this in like Christian and Catholic circles, there's this thing called the poop hole loophole. Basically, the theory is that God can't see back there, so go to town, I think. I don't know, but it was always posed to me in high school and college and stuff, and I was like, honestly, if it's a question between doing that and burning in hell for all eternity, send me to hell. You know, I'm good. I'm good. It's like, I'm sorry that my G-spot is somewhere fun and cool, and yours is somewhere embarrassing. Like, don't take it out on me. All right, guys, are you ready for a fun show? I can't wait. We've got so many good comedians tonight. Make sure you're donating and getting some drinks. And make sure you're tipping everybody involved. Make it loud in here for the very funny Jacob Cha.
Guys, make some noise for Leah Marie, everybody. Make some noise for, yes, and King David. Come on. King David! Excellent, good. I got a colonoscopy on Monday. Where are my colonoscopy heads at? Come on. Nice, sick. All right, the rest of you, follow me. All right. I don't know, maybe some of you guys won't resonate with this, but this has been the most eventful moment of my entire life, okay? Every aspect of that it's a weird scenario to have another grown man be like, I'm gonna film your asshole. That's a weird thing to hear from another person. I've gone skydiving, and that was more normal than this, all right? Skydiving, you jump out of a plane, calm yourself. Skydiving, I know, it's a big deal. It's crazy. Skydiving, you just jump out of a plane, you land, and then you're like, cool, I'm going to go back to my life now. This is not my new thing, okay? Although I will say when I did skydive, the guy attached to me was also named Jacob, and he was real jazzed about that. He was like, we're both Jacob, and I was like, yeah, and he goes, nice. I was like, sick, dude. So I got a colonoscopy Monday. I have a permanent colon damage, unfortunately, so you know I be shitting. Yeah, I be shitting a lot. No, man. Dude, it was, I had never been under anesthesia before. Clap if you've been under anesthesia before. Oh my God, all of you have been assaulted? That's crazy. That's crazy. No, they put me under, and I think it was my first time going under, and I also think it might have been this guy's first time putting anyone under. I swear to God, because right before knocking me out, he grabs the tube and looks at me and goes, I'm pretty sure this is the one. That's not, I would rather have Bill Cosby sedate me, okay? Because I would know I'm gonna go out, all right? Dude, it was horrible, man. They did a colonoscopy and an endoscopy, which is a camera down your throat and then a camera up your butt, all right? And when he told me that, I was like, okay, I will let you do that, but I get 10% of the views or whatever these videos get, all right? Whatever they do, if they crush, that's my royalties, okay? Yeah, no. I also, an interesting thing is that they gave me the little like wristband that has your information on it, and anytime a nurse saw it, they would grab it and they would go, what's your name, what's your date of birth? And I'd be like, I would repeat it and they would go, perfect, excellent, okay? And I get that they're trying to make sure they have the right guy, but it does sound like it's like a security check to be like, we gotta stop people from trying to getting these free colonoscopies. Like a weird, and my nurse friend told me that that's because she was like, well, they do that because to make sure they have the right person, but also we've even had like people with dementia lie and give us different names. And I'm like, I don't think they're lying. I think that that's them remembering who they were before they did a crime. Like, I know old people who've been like, I know old people who've done insane things where they're just like, did something and then they moved towns, you know? Like my best friend's grandpa, he was telling us that how he met the grandma was that he was in a gang in the 20s in Boston. So keep in mind, this man has said the N-word, probably a lot. But he tells us that he was in a gang, and then at one point she broke up with him and started dating this guy in a military base. So he and his gang got together, found him on the base, broke into it, beat that guy up and threw him off a bridge by his legs, and then said, don't ever come back to this town again. And then she got back together with him. And that's a story he's willing to share. Imagine if he got dementia, he'd be like, I funded Al-Qaeda. Like, just an insane thing, dude. Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Jacob Chalk! Telling us a riveting story about getting Eiffel Towered by medical equipment. I love that. All right, guys, comedians, I forgot to say it up top. We got 4-minute spots tonight, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. Give it loud in here for your next comedian. He's super funny, the amazing Dom Smith.
Hell yeah, yo. I had a job interview this week, right? Normally, I hate job interviews. They always make me so nervous. Like, during my last interview, the guy asked me, he was like, do you know how to use Microsoft Office? I told him, of course I know how to use Microsoft Office. He said, does that include Adobe? I said, Adobe? What the hell does all-purpose seasoning have anything to do with this? Like, I hope I get a call back. Shit, you know? Job applications, they always ask the craziest things, you know. One asked me my religion, my marital status, sexual orientation. One wanted to know if I was a grower or a shower. Grower. I don't know, man. Anyone here ever got themselves fired on purpose before from a job? Yeah. I remember one time my boss, he called me into his office. He was like, Dominic, you need to tighten up around here or else you're going to feel my wrath. I'm like, your wrath? Nigga, who are you, Jafar? Like, only Disney villains use that kind of jargon, you know? I may be slacking at work, but I didn't steal your goddamn Dalmatians. So. I don't know. It's tough out here, man. I even tried donating sperm one time, doing something strange for some change. I gave them 3 samples in 1 week. They gave me $1,400. And I felt like a hoe. Oh my God, 3 nuts for $1,400. Any teenage boy could afford their own luxury condo in Buckhead right now, They showed me the room where they want you to do your business. They had a TV on the wall with a sign that said turn to channel 69. I'm like, I am not touching that remote, I used to work in news before my current corporate job, and it's tough. The only emotion you can show at a corporate job is over a sports team, You can be mad the Falcons lost, but if you're mad your district senator lost, you're fired, Needs punchline right there. My bad. I went out on a date not too long ago. We saw Zootopia 2. Have you guys seen the first Zootopia? It's a crazy-ass movie. It's a Disney movie about prejudice, right? Which, at the end of the day, that's what all Disney movies are about, Scar was oppressed, Mulan was discriminated against. Don't even get me started on the 7 Dwarves. But yeah, it's a movie about a bunch of talking animals, right? This rhino, he ran a story in this one scene, and a fox comes in, and the rhino looks at him and he says, hey, what are you doing here? Don't you see this sign? It says, no foxes allowed. I hate foxes. They're dirty, they're sneaky, you can't trust them. I'm like, God damn, just call him a nigger like you really want to, Shit. Leave it to Disney to make something heinous like racism seem so digestible and cute, Yeah. Swing and a miss, I don't know, man.
I thought it was funny. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to laugh.
It's all good, sir. It's all good. We got Kanye back this week. But we lost Nicki Minaj. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I called it, though. I knew Nicki was tap dancing just so she could get a discount on the gold card. It's completely obvious. She wasn't born here, She wasn't born here, she moved here, but then she married someone that was born here, but in this administration doesn't quite work out, But that's what like a passport bro does, Like I wouldn't call Nicki Minaj a passport bro, she's more of a coming to America girl, Well, I'm Dom Smith, guys. Have a great night.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
You made me break out into song up here. I love that.
I got you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, I'll do karaoke in between. Why not? Why not? You guys would be in for a treat. Guys, I'm so excited to announce your next comedian. He's super funny. Get it loud in here for Chris Isabella.
I was about to go in, but you stopped me. I was about to start barring y'all up real quick, but nah, he saved y'all. Thank you, DJ, one more time, man. Make sure you go see DJ. Shout out King David, man. I was about to give you guys some fucking bars, but now I gotta give y'all jokes now. My bad. I would have started rapping, y'all would have loved that, but now I gotta try some jokes. Let's get into it. Who's horny in here? Let's get into it. Let's go. Yeah, I like that, man. I can tell because I can smell it. Nah, that's cool, man, because I'm horny too, man. I am horny. Yeah. I'm horny, man. I'm a big fan of pornography, Love pornography. One of my favorite categories of porn, Big fan of POV porn, right? Point of view pornography, Yeah? I like watching POV porn mostly because I like feeling like I own a house. That's why I like watching it. I'm watching it like, hell yeah, girl, I definitely don't live with another grown man right now. This is where I would be, Yeah, man. Really good, man. Draw the sign in the sand. I'm not a fan of astrology, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm not a fan of astrology. I'm just not a big fan of people who are way too into astrology, Like those people that know, they want to act like they know so much about you, but they just know your birthday. I'm not a big fan of that. It's very condescending, I I was at this house party the other night. This person had put up on me, right? They were like, hey, Chris, what's your sign? You know? And I just told them, you know, I'm a Cancer, right? They were like, oh, you're a Cancer? That must mean you a little bitch. And I don't think those two things correlate at all, you know? I think if anything, me being born in July, this means my mom was horny in November. That's what I really think we figured out with that, you know? Typical Sagittarius behavior, you know? Because now they want to ask you all these, you know, personal questions because they want to figure out. It's not enough that they know your sign. They want to know your rising moon and sun and shit, you know? So they want to know, like, what time you're born, you know? Where you're born, you know? The last 3 digits on the back of your credit card. It's very invasive. I'm not a fan. Because here's the thing, man. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't even know where my car is parked currently. Like, why are we bringing this pop quiz on me right now? First of all, I am only at this house party trying to pocket these beers. I don't need y'all up in my shit right now, honestly. How would you back the fuck up, please? And thank you, yeah. I'm trying to sneak away with some Modelo's. I don't need the block to be so hot right now for me. Yeah. I think the thing is, though, like, I never got into astrology because I used to go to church, you know? Anybody else grow up going to church every Sunday? Okay. A handful of defeated woos. I appreciate it, man. And I like going to church, man. Not for any like deep reason. I just never liked whenever you went to church, they always like to ask you for money, right? I always thought that was a little weird, you know? Because they want to give you this big old song and dance, so you like, you know, give money to the church, you know? Get real aggressive. They'd be like, son, do you believe in God? I'd be like, yeah, I do, you know? They'd be like, well, do you believe that Jesus Christ had died for your sins? I'm like, yeah, man, it's in the book. I don't know why you're screaming at me right now. I didn't write the shit, I just read it, you know? But they'd be like, well, do you want to be accepted into his holy kingdom? And it's like, yeah, man, I do. And he's like, cool. Slide me a cool $20 and I put in a good word for you. Excuse me? What do you mean? You mean to tell me that heaven has a cover fee? That's not fair at all, Jesus. You mean to tell me these women free before 10? That's not cool at all, Jesus. Put me on the VIP list, Jesus. All right. That's all I wanted to work on. Thank you guys for your time.
Give it up again for Chris Isabella!
Yeah, keep it going for Leah. Yeah. Wiz Khalifa. See, I know music. I'm not that old. I am getting old. I'm a Gen Z, but I'm on the older side. I'm 39. Getting old is going to be weird for my generation because I feel like we're still going to consume the like pop culture of now. You know, like that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird if I'm like in a diaper with dementia listening to Doja Cat. Like, can you imagine, like, being 80 years old and singing along to Bitch, I'm a Cow? Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I don't know. That's going to be weird. My grandkids are going to be like, what are you listening to? And I'm going to be like, this is Doja Cat. She was a famous rapper and singer from Southern California. And they're going to be like, what's California? And I'll be like, I can show you, but we'll have to go scuba diving. And they'll be like, Grandpa, you can't scuba dive. And I'll be like, yes, I can, motherfucker. I have dementia. I can do anything. Like run for president. I've been putting Trump 2028 bumper stickers on parked Waymos. Been doing that. Just to show people that robots can also be retarded. Robots can also be racist pieces of shit. Things are crazy. What a premise. Things are crazy. You seen this? You heard about this? Things are crazy right now. Things are crazy in the news. That's Jay Leno for you young folks. Yeah, I saw that a lot of people online are talking about boycotting certain businesses, like Whole Foods, because they're collaborating with ICE. because their like parent company is Amazon, and that's one of those things where it's like, really, like, the place that sells artisanal soy butter is siding with ICE. Like, read the room, you know? Like, half of your customers have owned a pink pussy hat. And now you're gonna side with bad guys. What a line. I don't know. That's like if Bass Pro Shop started speaking out against bi-erasure. Okay, you guys don't know what bi-erasure is. Bi-erasure is this thing when people try to erase pictures of Obama. Because he's bisexual, allegedly. Did you guys hear about this? There was like a story, there was like reporting not too long ago that alleged that Obama was bisexual. And nobody really cared. It wasn't that big of a story. And that's crazy to me because like even the thought of Obama being a Muslim, that like was so much more controversial than him having sex with men. And I think that shows like how much people in this country hate Muslims. For even like rednecks to be like, whatever. You can get fucked in the butt so long as you don't face east. You can gobble down that dick, just make sure it ain't halal. So anyways, that'd be like what my point is, that'd be weird if Bass Pro Shop started talking about bisexuals. You know, like who would that be for? Because like half of your customers like were at January 6th. And the other half had to stay at home because you can't climb steps on a mobility scooter. Like that's a difficult thing to do. DJ, hit me with one of them white drops, like a white song. Hey, this is my era. This is my era. I'm Gen Z. All right.
Alive tonight. Oh, you guys better not get me another drink. Okay, I really will start singing. Okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Guys, give it up for Zane Zadie! Are we having fun so far? We've got some great comics coming up next. Make sure you guys are visiting the bar, making a donation, and looking around if you want to. Guys, get it loud in here for the very funny Yvonne Campbell!
I was just thinking this mic is way blacker than I thought it would be, and then he started playing that. It's like, all right, brought it back to white. All right. Thanks for coming out. Was the concert sold out? Is that what happened? Seen all those cars driving. I'm like, is Beyonce playing here? What the fuck is going on over there? Do you know who was playing over there? Yeah. Hell no? All right. I am tall, and being tall is cool, but it's not all fun and games, you know. It's not all dunking basketballs and seeing concerts clearly. I got to do work. I'm the guy who gets the stuff you from the top shelf at the supermarket. I'm like a friendly giraffe. Why they put the prune juice at my height when short old people need it, right? That's not cool. It should be prune juice bottom shelf, Magnum condoms up here, like that. At one of my old jobs, I was cool with this coworker, but one day I walk into work and she goes, "Hey, lanky," and I don't care for that word. It's a tall slur. It's like they're saying, "You're tall, but you're not doing it well." Made a good thing kind of gross. You know, I blame the Somali pirates for that shit. They ruined it for skinny black guys like me. Right? I can no longer go sailing across the ocean for fun without the Coast Guard fucking with me. Even if I take some white friends with me, it'll just be like, "Release your hostages. You are surrounded." A lot of comments talking about dating. You were talking about dating earlier. I was looking up like fun first date ideas, you know, just to mix it up a little bit. One of the ideas they said was play poker. Yeah, is that a fun first date? What's next? Shoot dice in the parking lot? How's it gonna look when I show up for the poker date wearing a hoodie, shades, and a bulletproof vest? I'm here to win, motherfucker. Whenever I'm gambling, I never think to myself, I wish a woman was here to watch me do something stupid. One of my friends is dating a stripper, and it threw me off because she had a regular ass name like Tina or some shit. It can't be. I'm used to like, the stripper names, tell me a little bit something about yourself. The DJ's like, come to the stage, Maserati. I'm like, that bitch sounds stuck up. I'm waiting for Corolla to come out. Me and Corolla about to be soulmates in here. I think I would pay more money at the strip club if the dancers named themselves after where the money was going, right? DJ's like, come to the stage. We got 3 beautiful ladies coming up. First up is child support. Give it up for child support. Then we got the beautiful student loans coming to the stage. And the beautiful crystal meth. Well, I make it rain on student loans. I did a comedy burlesque show one time. You guys know what burlesque is? Yeah. I don't think it's really for me. Burlesque is like porn for people who get turned on by clothes. They're in the back like, ooh, where'd she get that tuxedo vest? I'm like, nigga, I'm just trying to see titties and areolas. What are you making me look like a pervert in here? I'm trying to find an asshole. All right, I gotta go. Thanks a lot, right? Thank you.
It's the Rock in the building. Khalid, what's up, Ramel? What's up, Pharrell in the house?
Oh my goodness. I just want to see that's a crazy way to talk about a strip club, but I agree. What are we doing? We did a burlesque show here. I'd just be taking off Vans and fedoras, and I really like that. That's pretty fun. We might do it later. Who knows? Guys, I'm excited to announce your next comedian. He actually helped put together this show. Get it loud in here for the very funny Bradley Loggins! I love it. I love this mic because it's fun to watch comedians compete with a DJ who rules. They go, every time. It's so funny. You have my full, you can punch up any joke in this room. I love that. Also, isn't it crazy Bradley got on stage just to be like, yeah, I'm throwing it down good. There's not a joke. I'm just throwing that shit down. I love male comics. They're insane. All right, guys, your next comedian is not a male comic, and she's very funny and very beautiful. Get it loud in here for the amazing Corey Isla. I'm about to set women's rights back 100 years. DJ, can I get some air horn? Not what I asked, but that's okay. Men can't follow directions. It's fine. I don't expect a whole lot. I was thinking like, but no, it's okay. Sick.
Due to some violence.
That's what I sound like after Taco Bell. Okay, I'm so done. I'm sorry. None of that was, okay. I'm about to do a bunch of new stuff, so if you don't find it funny, just lie to me. I love fucking divorced people, because a lot of divorced men and women want to fuck a young hoe. And at the rate I'm going, my clit's about to divorce me. I fucked a guy 30 years older than me because I had to find out, like how old is too old. I apply the scientific experiment to fucking. I really got to experiment and see how it goes. And what I experienced was after this man titty fucked me, which titty fucked my heaven-made titties. When I lift up my shirt, it's like the briefcase from Pulp Fiction. Like. So I fucked this guy, he fucks my titties, and He rolls off me. He goes, ugh, didn't finish, was just tired. Rolls off me, goes, ugh. You ever seen The Big Lebowski? What? Oh my God, my medicine's gonna make me throw up. Can somebody hand me a cup? I actually might throw up here. Oh, I really don't want to. I'm on this GLP-1. Because I have PCOS. Anyway, that's not funny. I just finished this anime, which is really cool. There's this girl in there. It's just about this girl that sees demons, and there's a character. I love it, except for there's one character, and her whole personality is having big boobs and eating, which, like, girl, same. But like after each episode, she gets hungrier and her boobs get bigger. And after a while, you're like, what else does she do? But what I do love about this anime is there is a panda character, and they call him Panda Senpai. And I just think that'd be a beautiful girl's name. Like, I'd name my daughter, like, Panda Senpai Elizabeth. Like, I can't have kids, because if I had a daughter, I'd name her something stupid like Eucharist. I'm just getting notes out of my phone, okay? Oh yeah, I don't trust people who post pictures with Snapchat filters still. Honestly, the only motherfuckers that have Snapchat are lesbians and pedophiles, and I don't really know what to do with that. If you've ever been on Her or Field, you've had a really hot bitch be like, let me get your Snapchat. And I'm like, why would I do that? I'm just gonna get flashbacks of me growing mushrooms in high school. I don't wanna do that. Okay, last joke. Okay. So I was dog sitting for this white woman. She was white. I don't know why that matters. That's another joke. But like, what was weird about it was like she kept an urn in her bathroom. And I was like, yeah, Sig, your peepaw's watching me take a fat deuce in your home. Love that. All right, I'll end on this. Problems of modern women be like, man, do I do the dishes first or answer my OnlyFans messages? Okay, thank you guys so much. Give it up for Corey Isla! Talking about peepaw, watching her take a pee too, potentially. I'm glad you brought up titty fucking. Not enough people are talking about titty fucking. That's a great time. Nobody gets pregnant, you know? And it's good for your face. Good for your skin. Okay. You know. $300. That's all. Anyway. All right, guys. I'm excited. Get it louder in here for Allison Page, everybody.
With a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame, excess.
Miley, thank you. So I think we've established that a lot of people grew up in the church, right? But did you grow up in the church and get your ass beat as a kid? Yeah. Okay, good. So my mom used to beat our ass in the parking lot, and then she'd take us into church and be like, praise Jesus! You know, like nothing happened, which was crazy. We'd be like singing Jesus Loves Me, and then she'd take me to the bathroom and show me that only Jesus loved me. So that's a good time. Yeah. Growing up, we had a paddle hanging up in our living room just to threaten us quietly, and it was somebody in our family was in a fraternity. They were a teak, and it had TKE written on it. And so my family told us that it was the kid's enemy, and it was. It was a thick wooden paddle, and it had holes in it. And they said that the holes were for when they spanked us, our fat would ooze out of the holes. So I'm skinny because they beat the fat out of me, not because of Ozempic. So talk to me for more diet tips. It's trauma. But eventually I grew up, thank goodness, and I got out of there. I was actually a D1 athlete and went to the University of Oklahoma on a full ride scholarship. Nice. And thank you. And so I never touched a drug my whole entire life because I was afraid of losing my scholarship and having to go back home to my mother. And that was way worse. So when I got to my 30s, I went on a girls' night out. And I get there, and the girl is like, girl, you gotta try this edible. And I was like, you know what? I'm 30. I am a grown-ass woman. I can do the drugs. So I took the edible. Now, red flag, she got this edible from her babysitter, her child's babysitter. And I feel like when your child's babysitter is also your dealer, it's not a good look. But consolidation, I guess. High five. I don't know. So 15 minutes after taking this edible, everyone's having a great time. They're laughing, they're giggling, and it's all great. I feel nothing. And this little teeny tiny girl walks up to me and she goes, it's probably because you're so big and you don't feel it. And I was like, I feel like the big comment was a little unnecessary, but you're right. Like, I don't do the drugs. I don't know. So I popped the second gummy. We all know you should have never done, but I didn't know, didn't do the drugs. So the first 10 minutes are fabulous. I have the greatest time. I'm giggling, I'm laughing. I'm like, is this what drugs are? I need to do them all the time. Minute 11 through like 300. Really, really downhill from there. We go to a restaurant and I immediately realize everyone is an undercover cop and they are on a sting mission and they are coming for me. And I'm like, oh shit. So I sit down and I am immediately trapped inside my body. I can't speak. For 2 hours, I don't speak. And I just sit there like a Sims player whose person has just walked away from the computer. I'm just like this. And I think I look normal, but I'm really just like that. So I'm sitting there and this girl next to me, she's talking to the whole table. I have no idea what she's talking about because time has slowed to an absolute crawl. And she goes, but hold on, you guys, well, hold on. We need to talk about this weekend. And I don't know why, but at this moment, my brain picks this moment to come back online. And I look at her and I go, why did you just say butthole? And everyone stops talking and they look at me and she looks at me, she goes, I didn't. I said, but hold on. And I was like, nope, you said it again. You said butthole. And she was like, oh my gosh. So I've not been invited back out for a girls' night out. My parents should have beat me, but not to beat the, beat me because I was bad. They should have just beat the stupid out of me because I'm not allowed to have gummies anymore. So, thank you guys.
Give it up for Allison Page, everybody! So silly. She was talking about being the first time doing drugs. Guess what, guys? I've also never done weed. Who wants to give me some? It's my first time! Guys, I just turned 18! All right, guys. I'm excited to announce your next comedian, and wait, I forgot who it was. 1 second. Oh, no, I didn't. Just kidding. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. She's wearing a flashy coat, and she also just informed me that that mirror was showing her my pussy this whole evening. So anyway, guys, give it up for Desi Rose!
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
Thank you, Leah. I have not gotten laid in a long time. I needed it. Hi! That is such an appropriate song. Ow! I just hit myself in the teeth. I'm having a great week. I hit myself in the face. At least I am high, and that's important. And I hope we all are in these trying times. And yeah, I know it's warm, but I'm wearing this jacket because it is my personality now. I've decided in this winter. It's great because I go up, I'm like, hey, yeah. I look like Cruella de Vil if she decided to make coats of the Muppets instead of fucking Dalmatians. Yeah, I look like a fucking work the corner on Sesame Street. Yeah, Stephalopicus owes me a lot of money. God, I love this fucking mic. It's so great. This whole thing is like nicer than my living room, and I wish it was. Oh my god, the cunty vulva couch. I love the vulva couch. It looks, come on, I'm being birthed. It's great. I wish it was a baby. Oh god. How was everybody doing? Did everyone have a good week? Yeah. Cool, I didn't. No, it's cool. I have a nemesis. I'm 36 years old and now I have a nemesis. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Yeah, this bitch, she basically thinks that I'm spying on her for her family. Yeah, she's like literally insane. She's like, you're being hired by my family to spy on me. And I'm like, they're not paying me enough. But no, so I decided every time I work with her now, I just go up and I take out a notebook and I start writing in it. I'm like, they're gonna be really interested to hear about this. But she's so heinous, I don't think they even want to fucking talk to her. Oh man, this is going great so far. Yeah, so I'm out here. Hello. Hello. Yeah, so, yeah, we're all single, right? Yeah, so many of us are single. Yeah. So many of us. Good for us, because shit, fuck that shit. I'm also, like Leah, recently divorced. Hey! 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 It worked out so well, you know, because it was so funny, because this bitch I'm talking, my nemesis, she was like, you know, I get why your husband divorced you, because you talk too much. And I'm like, I divorced him, and also, he's gay. Joke's on you! I know! I was surprised too. I shouldn't have been. We weren't fucking, and he only liked to hang out with dudes, and he's never had a female crush in his life. Yeah. So, joke's on me. But he's doing great, you know. Grindr's being kind to him. I'm doing great too. I'm not dating because, like, fuck that shit. I'm just fucking. Yeah, I'm just fucking. We just fucking in these streets. It's not great. Also, I'm a child of immigrants, so it's real nerve-wracking because, because like, hey, fuck ICE, right? Fuck ICE, fuck ICE, fuck. My fear is that I might. I have a penchant for white dudes. Yeah, and then, you know, I take them back to my place, and I'm like, oh, yeah, they take off their jacket, and I take off my jacket, and I'm just worried that under theirs is going to be an ICE jacket, like a racist onion. And I still fuck them. Because it's hard to find a guy with a car these days, and they have like these big old vans, you know? I fucked this mic stand up. Anyways, I've been Desi Rose. Thanks for listening to me. Goodbye. Leah, everybody. Awesome host. Give it up for Desi Rose. If you do find yourself fucking an ICE agent, be the detention center you want to see in the world and lock him in the bathroom, okay? That's what you gotta do. I also think my ex-husband was gay. What do you guys think? He was going on a lot of off-road camping trips with his best friend. I think that's the white guy version of being DL. I don't know. He's like, I just really got into camping. You can't come this weekend. And I'm like, okay, have fun rubbing sticks together for a fire. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm excited for our next comedian. Is Buddy V in the room? All right, give it up for Buddy V.
Folly Beach.
Hey.
Charleston, South Carolina. James Allen.
Hey, there you go. I had been married for 25 years to somebody who, when we argue, she would say things like, well, you drink to get drunk. I don't know what to do with that, right? So we just separated. You know, I'm hopeful. I'm just not sure the separation will last, because knowing me, I'll probably mess that up too. I do have some life goals. Actually, they're more like avoidances. I have one health avoidance, and that is if I avoid catheters, I think I'll be doing fine. I want to avoid either end of door dings. That's never good if you get one, or somebody sitting in their car when you accidentally throw that door open. So I just want to avoid that because it's a universal pain for me. And then I want to avoid situations that are like those damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, it's just like a lose-lose, or you know, choose the lesser of two evils. Like, I got to stay away from that stuff. Last time I ignored that rule, I got married for 25 years. So, I'll tell you, my risk of a heart attack will be severely reduced if everyone can just learn how to fucking drive. I mean, seriously. And the thing is, that's an easy statement to agree with, but some of y'all are oblivious to the fact that I'm talking about y'all too. We all think we're doing what everybody's doing, right? But it's not happening. So I remember years ago, before weed was more prevalent in public, that there was always like a marijuana advocate that would try to use the logic around drunk driving and say that marijuana is not as lethal as alcohol. Right? I don't know if y'all have driven down I-20 lately. About every fifth car is providing a contact buzz to all the people in between, right? So like I know if I'm driving and I'm drinking and I'm fucked up and you're behind me, you'll recognize it, right away. But if I'm riding behind you, like, I don't realize that we're both fucked up until I'm doing 20 and a 55 looking for a Taco Bell exit. Damn, how do you keep that shit in your car? This is just a joke I had about being an asshole. You ever walk down the street and see both rows of teeth on full display from someone that's not smiling and not talking to anyone? That gives me everything that I need to know about that person. No eye contact and keep fucking moving. Sorry, just observational asshole right there. But this is an OTP joke. I don't imagine it's just prevalent here, but so can we just get an on-off switch for leaf blowers? Like these freaking throttle happy douches that are just riding around in their front yard like they're on a dirt bike. It's like the most passive aggressive communication to the entire neighborhood to say you're not the man in the house, right? You're only out there because you don't want to spend time with her, so you're bullying the last leaf in your yard. Just meh, meh, meh. Just quit. There's a whole freaking chorus of that shit going on over there, so can't do it. But anyway, Buddy V, thank you.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. All right, guys. All right. We won't do that. Guys, give it up for Buddy V again. I'm noticing a trend. A lot of us divorcees really need a place to air it all out, okay? And that's what open mic comedy is all about. I appreciate that. Guys, I'm very excited to announce your next comedian. He's very funny. Get it loud in here for the amazing Marek Chernett.
It's the Arson. All right. Let's cut it, DJ. Hey, everybody. It's good to be here at this divorcee support group. I'm back there like, nigga, I'm happily in love. What the hell? What are these people going through? Hello, welcome to the African portion of the show, guys. I see y'all looking at me like, what kind of black is he exactly? Look like one of them Captain Phillips niggas. All right. Yvonne was talking about the Somali pirates. You're stuck with this Ethiopian pirate for the next 4 minutes, so strap in. I moved here when I was a kid. I was 13 when I moved here. I was a teenager, and people asked me if it was a culture shock moving from Africa to Atlanta. And it would be, but I moved from Africa, a land full of black people, to Atlanta, a land full of cool black people. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a culture shock. I just did everything I could to fit in. I went to high school, Stone Mountain. Anybody go Pirates? Hell yeah. You got the red and black. Oh, you're a Falcons fan too. Never mind. That makes sense. It goes both ways. Pause. Yeah, man. I remember I went to Stone Mountain. Everybody sagged their pants. So guess what I started doing? I started sagging my pants. Okay. But when you look like me, even if you sag your pants, you're gonna stand out. You know? Because I walked around looking like Roger from American Dad and shit. Just. What's up, my niggas? It's me. I'm one of you. Don't mind the accent. All right. It's a scary time being an immigrant, man. And I'm a U.S. citizen. I've been living here for the last 20 years, but you can do the math. I'm about to be 33 in April. Hell yeah. What? I know. April 17th. Yeah, I'm an Aries. Hell yeah. Come on, Aries. Gang, gang. Hey, now.
April 24th.
Oh, okay, Taurus. I fuck with it. Nah, man. I was watching the news the other night, and everything is just so negative. It's like we're living through this fascist authoritarian dictatorship. It feels like, and I just sat there and I had a moment where I was like, this is really scary. And the 20 years I've lived in the States, I've never felt fear the way I felt fear the last year. And as I'm thinking this, my boy looks at me and goes, "Can you just pass the blunt, bro? Like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm just trying to get high." But fuck ICE. Has anybody already said that? Fuck them niggas, bro. I wish they would come to Atlanta, nigga. They're here, right? Yeah. But they're not here, because they know. They stay over there by Buford. What else I wanted to work? I don't know, man. I don't. Love is in the air, divorce is in the air. It's a lot going on in the world. Oh yeah, I do be having high thoughts. Like the other day, I was wearing my noise cancellation AirPods, and I felt really bad because I was like, I'm cosplaying what deaf people go through.
Sexy. But you know, that's why to this day, I am terrified of ICE because the U.S. government knows nothing of Veronica. I too am something of an undocumented immigrant, and they're very stupid. They're very stupid. They're gonna come for all of us who had Spanish names next, okay? It's true, I had an esposo and everything. They assigned us one. I spent too many Cinco de Mayos making arroz con leche for you to come for me, familia, okay? I'm scared. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're gonna come for us. And I'm a lesbian too, which means we also spend a lot of time outside of Home Depot. They might gather us up. They're gonna gather us up. I don't know. They just gather anybody up. People with Spanish names from high school. Lesbians outside of Home Depot. They're gonna go for Martha next. They're gonna get Martha next. They're so dumb. I had a holiday party with my extended family. Like, we had a big family Thanksgiving this year. And I have this uncle who's like very jokey. It's inappropriate. It's an inappropriate level. He's like a little too flirty to be 70. You know what I mean? Like, little, yeah. And, but this year was different because he has Alzheimer's now. So the joke has gone way too far multiple times. You know, it's like there's only so many times you can say something before it becomes a little creepy, like a single compliment. Like, your hair looks good today. Your hair looks good today. Your hair looks good today. Starts to feel a little much, you know what I mean? But here's the thing about me. I love an underdog. And there's only so many times I can watch him make the same mistake before I started rooting for him, you know? Yeah. He's creepy. He's like the Rudy of hitting on people at the extended family functions, okay? I'm on his side a little bit, right? He hits on the worst person in the room to hit on. He hits on a recently widowed woman. And he goes up to her and he says, "Are you single?" And she goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "How's a gal like you single?" And she goes, "Well, my husband fell down the stairs." And he goes, "Oh. Are you single?" He just loops like that. And none of us step in because this is the first time we've ever seen him do that. So we think each time he loops, it's going to be the last time, and he does it 2 more times. And she starts crying, and not to victim blame. She could have walked away and he wouldn't have remembered what he was talking about. So she wanted to be there, right? So he goes, "Oh, you're crying, why?" And she goes, "Oh, because I miss my late husband." And he goes, "Oh, so you're single." All right, thanks, I'm Haley Ullman. Bye.
You're talking about that as if it's a bad thing. A man who would compliment me ad nauseum and is easy to rob, that's my dream man, okay? Changing it up to the next one. Yes, the next one. Guys, I'm really excited to announce your next comedian. He's very funny. Get it loud in here for the very funny Jacob Worthington.
Oh my God.
Nice. I appreciate that. I work for ICE. I'm paid in meth, which is pretty sick. That's great, being paid in meth. You work 12 hours, you get off, you get your paycheck, you just go back to work. It's just a cycle, just prints money or meth. How we doing, everybody? We doing okay? Sick. Leah was shouting out all the millennials. Any Gen Z in here? What are you guys gonna do when the draft for World War II breaks out? You guys excited for that? You guys got some plans? You Gen Z? You don't, that's Gen Z, dude. He's like, I don't even fucking know what I am, brother. Just vibing. King David, hit me with some bombs.
Sorry.
Get used to that sound, brother. That's gonna be, you're gonna hear a lot of that before you get back, am I right? Leah was talking about January 6th just happened. I think I would have stormed the Capitol. I just get worked up in the moment, you know what I mean? I just see a lot of people doing stuff and I'm just excited to be with it. You know, you ever go to a concert for a band that you're not really into, but everybody else is, and then by the end of it, you're just like, oh, living la vida loca, you know? Except for you're taking down the government. That's, I'm glad Trump's making America great again, you know? Because you remember the good old days? You don't, because you're 14, but you remember the good old days? The good old days when we would shoot the president. I'm glad that's coming back. I'm glad. I personally think we should just shoot every president. Like the moment they swear in, they're like, I will accept this offer. I'll be the president of the United States. And they're like, good. And then we just shoot them in the back of the head and we go, all right, let's move on. What I think we should do is, you know, like those small towns in like Michigan and Wisconsin where they just like elect a dog for mayor? I think we should do that. I think President Sparkles would do great as long as he's not a German Shepherd or whatever. He's got the nuclear codes. He's just like, I think Venezuela's looking a little iffy. I really think what's going to happen is that the next election is just going to be like a Mr. Beast challenge. It's like whoever can keep their hand on the Constitution the longest gets to rewrite it. It's cool. I didn't really have anything. You know what? Let's go around the room, introduce ourselves. Fun fact. What's your name, brother? You got a cool hat. Yeah. Ozzy. Is that your real name? I've been here. I've done this bit 40 times in this room. No one has had a real name. Everybody's like, my name's Spoon. I'm like, cool. Ozzy, why do they call you Ozzy? I think everybody's afraid to be here. I think everybody here, you know what? I think y'all are just criminals. It's just a room full of criminals. Ozzy, where'd you get the name? Are you Australian or no? You kind of just got Australian Shepherd energy. Where did you get the name from? I got like 30 seconds. Like your first name? We're cooked, fam. I think. Are your parents millennials? Dude, how old are your parents? He's like, I don't know, man. I rarely see him, dude. How, 36? What the? 60. Oh, okay. Shit. Dude, how old are you? 25. Sick. That's where the draft cuts off. So you got about 6 months, brother. That's my time. Thank you.
Give it up for Jacob Worthington. Oh, I love it. He was talking about executing our presidents, and honestly, what a time to be alive. That's just what we're talking about. They're back. Anybody else? Hey, I'm a gun owner. Who's a gun owner in here? Yeah? Check out mine. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm excited to announce your next meeting. They're very funny. Give it up for VA.
Hi, everybody. Hey. So a lot of people will ask me what I identify as. I'm not really sure why they're asking me what I identify as. But I identify as wealthy. I feel like I should have been born in a rich person's body. It's my human right, and you should all give me your money. If you don't, it's a hate crime. Speaking of hate crimes, my doctor recently told me that she was starting me on Ozempic. I was like, wow, rude. Okay. I don't really know what it would be like to not be fat. I've been fat my whole life. It's a big part of my identity. I always assumed that's why I was not good at dating. But my doctor told me, don't worry, they probably just don't like your personality. I really wanted to talk to my therapist about it, but she's been dead for years. Fat phobia is a real thing. It's something that we experience when you're fat, and it's a kind of oppression, which I really like because I'm white and I've always wanted to be oppressed. The last time I seriously dated, I was in college. It was the mid-2000s. So dating back then was like, please, I cannot listen to any more Death Cab, just assault me already. I've been living with my parents, but don't worry, I'm doing it for feminism. Because you always hear about the guy who lives in his parents' garage, but you don't hear about the girl. So I'm breaking the glass basement. You're welcome. And that's it.